What is up, guys? Here we have a first place deck profile with a man who was able to win a side event pod, getting the Reborn Tengu Man. His name is what?
Boaz Hernandez Cochet.
Alright, so you decided to play what deck?
Diva Hero Beat.
Diva Hero
something
Beat.
I've been using for a while. Second time on the channel with it.
Yes, and before the days you were dominating, now we're back.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
so let's go to your profile and then your matchups after.
Alright, so we'll start off with the monster lineup. I got the hero lineup, 3 Alias, 1 Ocean, and 1 Stratos. So we'll start off with Alias. 3 Alias because Gemini Spark, honest target, which, honest for is just good stuff. Easy 1900 normal beater. Hero Blast, it coincides alongside Gemini Spark. Then we've got the 1 Ocean, which is great as a water target, and just so many times we're just having Ocean on field with stuff to protect it, and in the standby phase, bouncing back from grave. Or there was one point, not this, but a previous pod, where I bounced back Stratos from my field. I had already searched a bunch. I had Alias, Ocean, and Stratos. I bounced Stratos backhand, renormaled Stratos, and destroyed their back row. Took out 2 back row.
Yeah, other utility for Stratos for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Stratos, because it's the boy Stratos. Search or sometimes Heavy Storm.
Okay.
But the searching, just getting any of these guys out. That's that engine.
Can you put your cards upside down?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Let's go to your, is that all the monsters or do you have more?
No, I have more monsters. So next up is the Deep Sea Diva package, which is just synchro good stuff. It usually go into Catastor or Android, but sometimes if I have a level 4 up, I'll go Diva in either the level 4, usually Stratos or Alias. I'll have the Gilman out, and I'll go one of these 2 into Brionac, discard, bounce, and then Brionac is boosted by Gilman, so 27,
Sea Serpent.
17, yep, Sea Serpent. And then usually when I do that, I'll also Miracle Fusion, the Diva, and the Hero from Grave, so I'll have an absolute. So, this board is pretty good.
Yeah, 3,000 beat stick.
3,500, because you got the Gilman. So 3,500, 27, 17. Sadly, 100 off gain. It is a 7,900, which can eke you out a victory sometimes, but putting your opponent on 100 life points after you bounce whatever back row or whatever is really difficult for them to come back from. But then, yeah, that's a pretty common board I put out at times. I'll put these back. We'll get back to these.
All right, let's go to your spells.
No, I've still got monsters.
Ooh, we got more monsters.
Some spicy tech boys.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Let's go right now.
We'll go. So Gilman, just these guys, and sometimes also, if need be, I'll go 4, 2, 3 into Mistworm, level 9. Okay. But then these are all one-ofs. Snowman Eater is a very common one. Gores I usually side out depending on if I'm going first or second. Gores is it's a good card. It changed the shape of the game. It changed how everyone attacked. A lot of people sometimes don't like using it because of traps, but I won a game 3 actually by having a set trap and Gores in hand that I held, because I knew they didn't think I would play Gores, so they played greedy. They went for game, they destroyed my trap with Raiko, and they attempted to go for game, and I Gorsed. And that just gave me, next turn I Miracle Fusioned and crashed the Miracle and attacked directly with Gores for game.
Okay, cool.
So, and then the final monster is Gale. This I have to give thanks to our YouTuber Playtest IRL over here for inspiring Blackwing Gale. We were talking about options because we were going to be teammates potentially for Time Wizard previously. We did it last year, and Gale's just good for having monsters attacks and whatnot, and also just level 3. This and these guys go. This is also level 6 synchro, but these level 7 turns on Black Rose, which I won't go into that, but there's a Blackwing Armor Master and Black Rose. Okay, both sweet. Are really good, and occasionally can come up where you do this against say Gigavice, and they have a full board, and you go into Black Rose, nuke it, absolute Miracle into absolute 0. It's just Gale. Also, the halving attack and defense is great because it isn't until end phase and is permanent. Very helpful. Yeah. So that's the monsters.
Okay. And with Snowman, if they're attacking with Ashura into your Snowman,
it hurts them 100
life points. We talked about how it comes up, yeah.
Yep, that came up once. Consecrated Light ruined Blackwing players' day today, so I just sat on it in defense, and they couldn't do. It was really funny.
Okay. Spells? Finally?
More spells, yes.
How many monsters is that?
Oh, it's actually a higher monster count, I think, the normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
15 monsters.
And then 3 calls?
Yep. 2 E-calls.
2 E-calls, 1
Rhoda.
So it's
which
basically
we'll get
18.
to.
Okay.
So 3 Miracle Fusion because it's Miracle Fusion. It's great.
Yeah, it does things.
Fusions, it does things. We don't need to explain. Gemini Spark is the same thing. Pop, draw, phenomenal.
Quick play.
Quick play. It's great removal plus drawing. E-call because E-call. This was one of my other teammates recommended I use this because at first I was playing 2 Snare Man-Eaters, but he said he didn't like that, and he recommended I try Gold Sark. And honestly, Gold Sark is great. So many times I drew both this and Future Fusion, one-ofs, and I'd go Future Fusion, then I'd activate Gold Sark, banish Miracle Fusion. So when I got Ab-Zero, I'd have another Ab-Zero set up. And it happened so many times where Gold Sark just banned. I think I only ever banished Miracle Fusion with Gold Sark because it guaranteed it would show up in my hand a little later. So if they outed my board, I just need to survive, get the Miracle, and go boom.
Okay.
Rhoda because it searches Stratos, Alias, whichever. MST and Heavy Storm because, well, spell and traps are painful. Royal Decree, Necro Valley, both suck, and these answer that. That's the spell lineup, a rather small spell lineup, actually.
Yeah, you have to make room for something.
Yep.
For the monsters.
Yeah, the monsters, and it works.
Nice. Okay, let's go into your traps.
Yep, traps.
I imagine it's more than spells.
Yes. Though, probably, I think, honestly, so when I first played this, I played more spell and traps. Both counts had more than monsters, but this time I think monsters is the heaviest lineup, and it's worked pretty well. Trap does shoot because you know what your opponent's playing game 1 if you get it. It's one of the best cards in the game. Hand advantage, and you knock a card out of their hand. Phenomenal. It's banned in Modern for a reason. Solemn Judgment, because it's the only Solemn Brigade we have access to, but it's great. It wins games. I know the rule is only Solemn a Solemn, but so many times I haven't, and it's just worked out for me. I try to save it for a quick counter trap or a Solemn, but sometimes you just gotta Solemn that one normal summon or synchro summon, and I Solemned a Caius summon, and that won me the game. Starlight Road because people play into Starlight Road so many times. Several different times, 3v3 and in pods, people would I'd set 2, 3, 4 traps, and they'd Heavy Storm, and I'd just Starlight Road. My first match in this pod specifically was Lightsworns, and it just Starlight Road just
dominates.
Every time he'd Celestia, I'd just go Starlight Road.
Yeah.
And it would put Stardust up, which is great. Then Mirror Force. These are all the one-of traps here. Mirror Force because it's Mirror Force. It's a one-of for a reason. Same with Trench Tribute. Board wipes, changes the space of the game. And then we've got double bottomless. Same reason for Torrential Mirror Force. It's just good removal. Takes things out. It just keeps me alive. Hero Blast is recursion and removal. It's very helpful with against in the mirror match, which was the finals. I'd Hero Blast there whenever they there's actually a point where I didn't hit the Diva, I hit the Gilman, because Diva I only had Ocean up, and Gilman was strong enough to kill Ocean, so if I Hero Blasted the Diva, they would just run over and I wouldn't get to add back Stratos or Alias. So I Hero Blasted the Gilman, and then they had a level 2 tuner with 200 attack. They couldn't do anything but die with. And Hero Blast was... so something that came up that I realized, my opponent, they actually targeted the Starlight Road. It was against another Lightsworn player. They summoned Lila, attempted to use effect, and targeted my Starlight Road. I chained Hero Blast because Lila needs to go to defense to destroy. and Hero Blast just makes it so that doesn't happen. It gets rid of the monster. It's
another bottomless thing.
Yeah, it's another bottomless. Sadly, it caps out at 1900. Maybe with Future Fusion, I run the one Neos.
No.
That would Neos. Pray I don't draw it. Yeah. And then
draws it every
dimensional prison, 3-dimensional prisons.
Cool.
It's dimensional prison. Thank you, playtest, for lending me the
common one.
Prison. Yeah, the one common. Because I don't know where my third ultra rare went. It went missing. I gotta find another one, I guess. So thank you. And
let's go to your side decks.
Yeah, extra. Then side, right?
Whatever you want. The order is up to you.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound aggressive.
No, it's okay.
I was like,
I can handle it.
Right. Oh yeah, and the token for the gores. I use my little.
All right.
Yeah, my baby boy, one of my favorite tokens. And then we've got Chimera Tech, because sometimes they put Cyber Dragon in, sometimes I put Cyber Dragon in. Card does stuff. It helped me out. It made it so I never got too owed by whenever Chimera Tech decks popped up, because God, those were annoying. I just put down Cyber Dragon, get rid of their Gadgetron, or Cyber Dragon, their Cyber Dragon, get Chimera Tech Fortress out. Just, it's a good card. Gaia,
Can you put it upside down?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't summon Gaia once this tournament. It is good. It has come up in previous times. I didn't summon it all this weekend because none of the matchups that I would use it against popped up, but it does come up. It's a one-up. It's Earth target. It just...
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, if I had gotten Super Poly, I could have taken out Gadgetron Dragon with this.
Oh, well,
all right. That's fine. I didn't draw the Super Poly. I didn't set it in.
You didn't best play then. You're fine.
Yeah. No, but it's still just then Absolute Zero because, well, it's Miracle Fusion. Zero. Yeah, Dark Hole. It's great. Yeah. Stardust Dragon because Starlight Road, and with Gale it's actually live. I forgot. I Cyber Dragon once, summoned Gale, and went into
Stardust.
Yeah, Stardust.
For real?
Yeah, I did it once. That I didn't think that was ever possible, but since adding in Gale, that has opened that route. Black Rose, because Black Rose is good. It would have won me a game if I had it in my deck at one point, but we fixed that and it's in the game.
Yeah, spec.
Yeah, and Armor Master because I'm playing Gale, and sometimes it comes up. It's a good level 7, and if you have access to it, might as well. Goyo Guardian because it's Goyo Guardian level 6. 2800 attack, steal their monster. Great.
Yeah, unique to Edison.
Yeah. Mistworm because it got banned so bad. Mistworm.
It really didn't. They never got banned.
It didn't?
No. Trish.
Oh yeah, it's in.
I'm talking about Trish.
Yeah, Trish. Sorry, Trish was only in Tengu. Yeah, Goyo was Goyo in Tengu?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Mistworm.
No.
Yeah, he did get banned from Tengu.
Goyo, yeah. Goyo was gone fast. Mistworm has stayed around for a while. You remove it for Trish, and I don't need to explain why. But Mistworm is just 3. Won me a game against Frogs. Yeah. Frogs. I was like, he had Duplock and another card. No one. Mistworm, Synchro 4, because I summoned out 2 Divas and I had a 4 and a 3. Because I hard drew Gilman, because Gilman's jerk sometimes. But I also had the Diva. I had a Hero and Gilman, and I Diva went into Mistworm, and then I was able to. Okay,
cool. Let's go into the rest of the Yosha deck.
Catastor. I played 2 Catasters, and that came up against Heroes in the mirror match. Game 1, I summoned Catastor twice.
Okay.
I just because he didn't have anything. Just he needed to get to his guild. I stopped him from summoning, or he didn't. He only drew 1 Diva, and I nixed it in the bud, and then just Catastor against this deck. Brio because it's Brio. Like I said, Brio, Ab-Zero, Gilman is an oppressive board. Gishilodon didn't come up, but it's still potentially good. It becomes a 3000 beater when you attack over something. It is level 3 monster, goes to graveyard. It can come up. It's like, it's the only one I didn't summon, but I wouldn't take it out. It's kind of like, Gaia and that I didn't summon, but when they come up, they'll come up and they'll be helpful.
Okay.
1 magical android because it's an honest target, gain 600 life points and 2400 attack. It's a good card. It's if you have no other play, sometimes Diva into that first turn, return 0, and it just helps. That's the extra deck.
Let's go to the side deck.
Yep.
Your legendary side deck.
Yes. Sorry, just organizing. Now for the side. There are a few things I'm going to change. I'm still not sure what, but Morphing Jar number 2, I've been informed, is really good against Gigavice, especially in my deck, because only one main deck monster is not level 4 or lower, and that is Gores. So I am going to, I'm going to get that. I'm going to put 2 in, because Gigavice, that was a painful matchup. I could have won if I had Black Rose in that matchup, but that would have been game 2. Game 3 would have still been up in there. So Cyber Dragon is it's good. Against Makina, I played against Lightsworn Makina. That was interesting. This came up against that, because that removes Makina Fortress without, then Neospatian Granule. Sorry, I keep putting him so I can say it. The boy, he pokes. I saw in practicing, I played against the Frog decks that pulled out Obelisk, and in IRL, a previous pod, one of my first things, they summoned Obelisk, and I went, Grand Mole, say bye.
Nice.
And they had to get 3 monsters up again, which Frogs, it's not necessarily too difficult, but Grand Mole is, they knew I had Grand Mole ready for when they pulled him out again. Okay. But Grand Mole is he's good. I'd keep him in. He's good for spot removal. Especially hard to summon monsters like Obelisk or and then DD Crow is good. In the mirror match, you want to hit their hero. Against Vayu Turbo, you want to hit Vayu. Against Gigavice, you want to hit the Gigaplant. DD Crow is great. The second Snowman Eater, because sometimes you just want to put it it's Snowman Eater. You usually hit them for 100 and pop a monster. Fossil Dyna is great. Sometimes normal summon Fossil and swing, and your opponent can't do anything. Or if they attempt to do anything, you bottomless, deprison, whatever you got, just protect this guy, and he says no.
Okay.
Then Consecrated Light, I played against, Consecrated Light, I played against, my matchup before this was the Dark Hero matchup. And Consecrated came up in that. I played against Black Wings, and Black Wings just couldn't do anything. Consecrated said no. It's good card. And then Super Poly came up once in the hero matchup, but it would have come up more. It's good against Frogs, Heroes, Frog Heroes, and I guess Ancient Gear, because it can pop Ancient Gear. Royal Oppression is banned because it's oppressive. Sometimes you just go in and say no to the opponent's summoning. Royal Oppression is just great. Dust Tornado, for when you're going first. Sometimes you need to, like Gravekeepers, just pop the Necro Valley, because Necro Valley makes it very difficult to play. Miracle Fusion is dead. Hero Blast is dead. Ocean is dead. It is, Dust Tornado is solid card.
I noticed that you brought up Gravekeepers. In Edison format, it's usually not as popular, but I think you're mixing it. You're mixing it with Tengu, right?
No. I ran into Gravekeepers like three different pods.
What the heck? Some people are playing it.
Gravekeeper Ancient Gear.
Okay.
Was a random deck I saw. Yeah, no, I learned the hard way when they did Solemn Judgmenting Gear Town. They still summon.
Is that right?
Still summon, yeah.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
No. You call the judge, because Gear Town just needs to be destroyed. If you eradicate or epidemic it in hand, they still get the summon.
Interesting. Never heard of that.
Nasty. That is mean. I kind of want to build it because it seems fun.
So what were your matchups throughout the pod?
Okay, through this pod, it was Lightsworn, Hero, the Caius, that hero bet, the Dark Hero build, and Hero Beat.
Okay, and Hero Beat in the finals.
Yeah, Hero Beat in the finals.
Okay, so you played the mirror match pretty well. I'm sure you played the mirror match a lot back in the day, or still now?
I've played it a lot. I will say it. I think I would have still won, but my opponent, when we talked beforehand, mentioned he'd never played. We both knew it was we were mirror match because we were playing next to each other, and we saw each other, and I was playing Heroes, so the joke was that Heroes is going to be in the finals. The question was it going to be Heroes versus Heroes?
Was he playing Diva Heroes as well?
Yeah, he was playing Diva Hero Beat.
Got it.
And we just game 2. I didn't sight in any of my stun cards because I knew he was playing them. So it was.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we were. why just put in the DD Crows and Cyber Dragon and just work around the stun because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I would be using it if I was. There was a experience where he said he never played. He didn't play the mirror match that often. So I just afterwards I told him different tips on like conserve. When you're playing the mirror match, conserve your resources. Our first game, like I played it safe and I had a Miracle Fusion I had from start, and I just waited. I waited because I had Future Fusions at the start and I had Miracle, and I just held the Miracle until like he had gone through a lot of his resources, and then I popped out the Ab-Zero and yeah, Kaya Ab-Zero. It was yeah.
Boaz, it was nice having you on the channel for the second time.
Yep.
And here in Vegas, you were able to win your side event pod. A very in-depth deck profile of Hero Beat, and not a lot of people are playing this deck. And do you think that it deserves more of a spot in the tier 1 meta, I guess, for Edison format?
Yes and no. I'd say it's tier 1.5.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck-based matchups, Gigavice, but now that I know about Morphing Jar 2, I believe that. Yeah, it was Morphing Jar number 2.
You might cite that.
I'm definitely citing that. That I think will definitely help with that. The deck is strong. I think it's 1.5, potentially 1. It just depends. Edison has a decent amount of decks.
Okay,
the decks. Yeah.
All right, Boaz. Well, thank you for your thoughts on Hero Beat for the current meta for Edison, and I hope to see you more in the future.
Thank you. I hope to see you more too.